Hey everyone, this is Meloview. Today, we're diving into the latest episode of the sci-fi anthology Black Mirror. The episode is called Bête Noire, and our main character is Maria, a talented dessert developer with a great job and a loving boyfriend. That is, until she runs into someone from her past, Verity. It all starts on a typical Monday. Maria walks into the office, and tensions are already rising. Her co-worker Louisa is accusing someone of stealing her almond milk, again. But Maria is focused on something else entirely, today's product tasting session for a brand new dessert she's developed, Miso Jam Hucklebuck. We quickly learn from Maria's conversations that she's allergic to nuts, an important detail. As the tasting begins, a familiar face walks into the room. Maria is stunned. It's Verity, someone she recognizes from high school. Strangely, Verity wasn't on the guest list. But after clasping a pendant around her neck and confidently saying,
I should be on your list, Verity Green.
The host checks again and, surprise, Verity is suddenly on it. During the tasting, Verity stands out. While others dislike the miso-flavored chocolate, she raves about it, grasping her pendant again and insisting it will grow on them. Suddenly, everyone's perspective shifts, they all agree it's delicious. Maria's dessert gets the green light for global launch. She should be overjoyed, but instead, she's confused and unsettled. Later that day, in the restroom, Verity cheerfully reintroduces herself and says she's applying for a job, in Maria's department, no less. Maria is surprised, as far as she knows, there are no openings. But Verity, pendant in hand, insists there's a vacancy. When Maria checks, the company really is hiring. How did Verity know? It doesn't add up. More strange incidents start piling up. Verity's perfect resume shows she studied molecular biochemistry at Cambridge and dabbled in culinary science at Oxford. Her credentials wow the hiring manager. Despite Maria raising concerns about possible false qualifications, HR confirms it all checks out. Maria is floored, this doesn't align with her memory. Then comes something eerier, food ingredients mysteriously changing. Maria had specified plant-based gelatin in her product for an important tasting with a Hindu executive. But after the fact, people insist it was beef gelatin. Verity stands by this version. When Maria checks the email she remembers sending with the plant-based recipe, it now inexplicably says non-pork gelatin. Is Maria misremembering, or is something more sinister at play? Soon, the infamous Mandela effect rears its head, false memories that multiple people believe to be true. And it's happening with increasing frequency around Verity. For instance, Maria swears her boyfriend works at Bernie's Chicken, but everyone, including the internet and her boyfriend, call it Barney's. But we saw the hat at the beginning of the episode. It said Bernie's. So, who's right? Determined to find answers, Maria starts digging into her high school past. She remembers the bullying that Verity endured, particularly from a classmate named Kane. Maria reaches out, only to discover Kane recently committed suicide, allegedly from a mental breakdown. Maria becomes convinced Verity is orchestrating a long-planned revenge. By Friday, Maria doesn't receive the company-wide meeting invite. Again, Verity touches her pendant and casually suggests checking the spam folder. Then things get personal. Verity brings up how she was once falsely accused of having an affair with a teacher, a rumor that Maria insists she didn't spread.
Kids can be fucking awful. They're just kids, they're not thinking.
Verity then does something shocking, she steals Louisa's almond milk while looking Maria directly in the eyes. Maria is so allergic to almonds that she would never drink it. Yet when everyone watches the security footage, it's Maria on camera. Even she's speechless. Maria finally realizes what's happening, whatever power Verity holds, it's connected to that pendant. That night, she follows Verity home to, surprise, not a humble apartment, but a luxury mansion in the elite part of town. She watches Verity enter, then sneaks inside. Upstairs, she finds portraits of Verity in impossible roles, an astronaut, an Oscar winner, Olympic champion, Empress of the universe, all versions of a life she's lived. Then she finds the pendant. Just as she's examining it, Verity walks in, fresh out of the shower. Maria threatens her, pendant in hand. Verity calmly replies, "It won't work. It only responds to my fingerprint. And that's not even the source." It's just a remote for the quantum compiler downstairs. And with that bombshell, everything falls into place. Verity reveals it doesn't actually change the past, it alters her frequency, allowing her to jump into parallel timelines where things went her way. Where the miso chocolate tasted better. Where she got the job. Where her rumors were never spread. Verity says this all began as a mission of self-discovery, living out different versions of herself, until she confronted the darkest one. The origin of her trauma, Maria. Cain had told her the truth before dying. Maria was the one who first spread the damaging rumor in school. Maria tries to justify it.
I don't know. Maybe I was jealous. Maybe I wanted Natalie to get off of my back. I mean, it wasn't my fault. I just said it as a joke.
But for Verity, the damage was long done. Isolated. Betrayed. Even loved ones turning away. So she vowed revenge, on Cain, and now. Maria. A struggle breaks out, and Verity quickly flips the narrative, calling the police and painting Maria as a knife-wielding intruder. With reality rewritten in her favor, Verity has Maria backed into a corner. In a final act of desperation, Maria kills Verity. She doesn't stop there. Now in control of the pendant and the quantum compiler, Maria rewrites the story. She ascends to the same roles Verity once had, powerful, idolized, unstoppable. But here's the twist, she ends up exactly where Verity did, wearing the same royal regalia, lost in the same empty fantasy. The true horror isn't the technology, it's the human desire beneath it. In the end, both women become what they feared most, tyrants of their own realities. This episode hits at the very core of Black Mirror's signature question: if technology gives us godlike power, will we use it to heal, or to harm? If you were in Maria's shoes, would you forgive, or seek revenge? Break the cycle, or become part of it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Meloview, see you in the next one.